Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Drew to Crew Offense Studio on the expansive first floor of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Shallow Six. I figure out a good tag for that. It's the Shallow Six, everybody. What's better than the Deep Three? It's the Shallow Six. As always, if you're digging what we're doing, make sure that you give our thumbs up on this video. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you become a member of the coolest club around, and that is the subscribers of the Winners and Whiners YouTube channel, all right? And, of course, we want to know what you're playing today, especially on College Day, man. Help your fellow cappers out. Post your plays. Give me your best five, up to five picks, whatever they may be. And, at the end of the night, you get enough of them right, we'll give you the shout-out. And if you get the most right, just like Drew to Crew Offense, you will be our capper of the day, all right? So, of course, the reason for the season, make sure you check out winnersandwhiners.com, statsalt.com. That's our sister site over there. They do deep dives into every game going on in America every single day. College football, NFL, NBA, hockey, and soon to be college basketball as well. It is your one-stop shop for all your handicapping needs. Make sure you check it out if you haven't done so already. All right, everybody, quick recap of yesterday. Yeah, pretty fine day. We went 3-0 on the Deep Three as we had the Navy-UConn over. That Navy hit it by themselves. Well done, middies. And we had the Orlando team total under. Man, that was like somebody handed us free money and went, here you go. Why don't you just have some cash? And we went, okay, well, I guess we will. And we had to work a little hard in that San Antonio game. They kind of had a sweat in there in the first half, but they were nice enough to put up 70 points in the second half. And that game went up and over the team total as well. So 3-0, we go there. We do go 1-1 on the premium side. We had the Navy midshipmen to cover 14.5 points in the first half, and they did that. They were up 28-10 at halftime. And we had the Houston-Brooklyn over, which didn't quite get home. They were right on track and ended up taking the air out of the ball. Brooklyn took the air out of the ball just a little bit there at the end of the game, just enough to keep that total under. So 1-1 we go on the premium side, 3-0 on the Deep Three. That makes us 4-1, 80% on the day. We'll take that each and every day. All right. So let's take a look. We got to get it ripping. So let's take a look at 6 games here today. What do you say? Starting off with the Houston Astros. I got the World Series on the brain. With the Houston Cougars traveling down to Orlando to take on the University of Central Florida. Houston is a 21.5-point road underdog in this one. Plenty of offense for the Knights, but the defense, they tend to get a little bit soft with the big lead. They've had some big leads, and they let teams go ahead and pick up some yards and some points late in the contest. The Cougars, they haven't been bad. Everybody predicted their horrible demise after De'Aaron King decided to redshirt. But all they've done is average 31 points per game in the 4 games without King. I think garbage time is going to be our friends in this one, guys. Don't sweat it early. We're going to be down. But I think Houston, they hang in around enough. They are just annoying enough, just like they were against SMU. I think they keep it close, and I think they certainly keep it closer than 3 touchdowns. Give me the Houston Cougars plus 21.5. And we're going to take a look at leg number 2 of the Commander-in-Chief battle as the Army Golden Knights take on the Air Force Falcons out there in Colorado Springs. Air Force is a 17.5-point home favorite. Yeah, I wanted to. I looked real hard at Army because you look at the Service Academy stuff, and a lot of times it's not. They're not blowouts regardless of the records. Could be the case here, but I have a hunch about Air Force, man. They're doing a better job on both sides of the ball than the Black Knights are. Army. Surprisingly, they're getting beat in the trenches, and that's something that the U.S. Army hasn't done since the Rouge Bouquet in World War I. Shout out World War I. Not surprisingly, Air Force, well, they have a superior attack through the air. Go figure. They only throw about 8 times per game, but we've talked about this before. They pick their spots well, and they're averaging 11.9 yards per attempt. That is second in the nation, only to Oklahoma. This is a ton of points, like I said, for a Commander-in-Chief game, but Air Force, I think they get enough stops on the defensive side of the ball. Army has struggled. They've run for under 200 yards 3 times this season. That is unheard of for Army. I think Air Force takes care of business here. and keeps this one well in hand. Give me the Air Force minus 17.5. And we're taking a look in the Fun Belt as Texas State travels down to Cajun country to take on the Louisiana Lafayette, or if you prefer just the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. The Cajuns are a 23-point home favorite here. Bobcats quarterback Gresh Jensen was having a rough year for Texas State, and not just because his first name is Gresh, okay? Jensen actually received a concussion against Louisiana Monroe and is doubtful for this one. So that means we get another week of Tyler Vitt, whose claim to fame is the guy who couldn't beat out Gresh Jensen, okay? On offense, Louisiana, here's what they're going to do. They're going to, and I don't want to give anything away, but they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball, and then they're going to run the ball a little more until the other team stops them. They can throw it a little bit. They're not a completely one-dimensional team, but they would prefer to just jam it down your throat all day long. Like I said, they're going to run it until Texas State can stop them. And for Texas State, that may not come until Louisiana boards the bus to go back home, all right? This year's defense for Texas State, they have given up more than 190 yards on the ground to every FBS team they have faced. And now they get a Raging Cajun team that is 6th in the nation in rushing yards and 3rd in the nation in yards per average, trailing just Oklahoma and Clemson. Give me Lafayette. Lafayette, we have arrived. That's not it. Lafayette, we have returned. I don't know. History major, help me out. Anyway, Raging Cajuns minus 23. And speaking of bad football, we're going to take a look at two of the worst. We're going to take a look at the Akron Zips and the Bowling Green Falcons right here. Bowling Green is a favorite. Why? Because somebody has to be. Bowling Green is 3.5-point favorite at home. And actually a couple different levels of bad here. We learned last week when UConn played UMass that there is bad football and then there is a UMass bad. And we saw UMass, and they were just dreadful as they got trounced by UConn. And you watch that UMass team, and you did a little handicapping maybe, and you say UMass had one victory, and you're wondering, who the hell could this team beat? Say hello to the Akron Zips, everybody. They are last in the nation in rushing yards per game. They are last in the nation in yards per attempt. That's 2 yards per rushing attempt, by the way. Not good. They really shine in the passing game. They are 78th in the nation as far as passing the ball. Not surprisingly, they're second to the last in scoring, and they are 126th out of 130 schools in yards per game. They are 0-8 straight up, and they are 0-8 against the spread. That means they've actually been overvalued by bettors and the market. Yeah. They have been closer than 11 points just once, and that was when they lost by 8 to the aforementioned UMass Minutemen. Make no mistake here, guys. Bowling Green is bad. They have a bad defense. They don't have a great offense. But, like we said, there's bad, and then there's Akron bad. Give me Bowling Green minus the 3.5 points. All right, moving on. Taking a look as the should be a good game here in the American Athletic Conference as the SMU Mustangs travel to the City of the Blues to take on the Memphis, whoever the hell they are, the Memphis Tigers. You know, when in doubt, just guess Tigers. It's a total of 70.5, and this one I am going up and over, baby. These are two teams that are both top 13 in scoring going against two defenses that play defense like I eat salads. That is unenthusiastically and as rarely as possible. The Memphis defense started the season well, but they've kind of been exposed over their last four. They have been gashed for 450 total yards in 3 of the last 4 games. That streak is not likely to stop here today against a very high-powered SMU offense. Give me the Ponies and Tigers up and over that total of 70.5. And staying in that conference, we're going to take a look as the Battle of the T's as Tulsa travels down to New Orleans to take on the Tulane Green Wave. Total of 60. Yeah, baby, we're going up and over on this one too. There's only one team that averages more plays per game than the Golden Hurricane. They run 86.5 plays per game. Last week, they ran a ridiculous 101 plays on their way to putting up 501 yards on Memphis. On the defensive side of the ball, they struggle to stop the run. They give up 195 yards per game, and they have been beat up for over 300 yards twice, and that is bad news versus a Tulane team that is 9th in rushing yards per game and 7th in the nation in yards per carry. Tulsa quarterback Zach Smith, he's got some mad skills. Should have time to throw versus a Tulane team that has struggled to rush the passer lately. And they've had a hard time covering down the field. I like the over right here. I think both of these teams get it going. Give me the Tulsa-Tulane over 60. All right, so just to recap, Tulsa-Tulane over 60. SMU Memphis over 70.5. Bowling Green minus 3.5. University of Louisiana Lafayette minus 23. The Air Force Falcons minus 17.5. And the Houston Cougars plus 21.5 at the end of those 6 games. You guys can join me. We'll pick up our winning tickets, and we will head back to the window. All right, everybody, let's put the information up here for our premium picks. If you'd like to get down with our premium service, you see we've just started the month off. We are 500 for the month, 1-1 in November. Football still doing well, 47, 43-1. That is 100 decisions, by the way, and we have won 57 of them, so that makes us roughly 57%. Now, there you go. So we are 57% on our football picks. If you'd like to get down, we'd love to have you. Please follow that link. Get yourself signed up. And let's take a look and see how you guys did today. Take a look at the shout-outs. Steve Godon checked in. Steve had a few plays from the NBA. Had a play from the college. He did have the Bucks minus the 4. Nice job, Steve. Mikey Butler's back and sharing his picks with us. Mike, it's always good to have you. We appreciate the kind words. Mike went 2-2 today. He got juiced. Ninja 13, he made 1 play. He played the New York Islanders on the money line, and they did a great job. They won 6-1, including scoring an empty netter with very little time left to put that total up and over the 6. An event that made my son very, very happy. I guess he had a pretty substantial bet on the over in that game. God, soccer. Who the hell is it? Hockey. I don't know who the hell raised that kid. He's bet on hockey. And C-Dub. C-Dub had some picks up from Europe, and C-Dub had a tough day. It was nothing. Everything was close. It had a couple that he should have won probably, but he did hit the Hivdor versus Kolding over 2.5. So nice job there. That is, of course, from the Denmark First Division, and so yeah, I think that was it for the day. Kyle Z. Kyle said he definitely gave some money back yesterday. He said a short memory though, man. That's right. When you're betting, you got to be just like a cornerback, man. You don't have to even think about that last play. It's all about now. Kyle, he got fancy. He went 2-1 on his straight picks. Had the Magic under and the Lakers -1. That paid off for him. He also had the Jazz. That did not pay off, but got a little fancy. Played a little round robin in the hockey and just hit one of his 4 teams on the round robin. I'm no round robin expert, but I'm pretty sure it's hard to hit your 2-teamers when you just have one. So that sucks, dude. I was actually looking forward to having you hit 3 or 4 of those and being able to figure out what you won. But no. So anyway, that's it happens. Kyle's been awful hot this week, and nobody stays at 80% forever. God knows we'd all love to, but peaks and valleys, and that young man certainly has more peaks than valleys by far. So keep an eye on Kyle. Always with the good plays there. Kent P. Rough day for Kent P. We're waiting on the NBA to kind of sort itself out there. Steven Tejada said, "Hey Scott," he said the San Antonio Spurs team total just went down to 114. Beautiful, yeah. I love, because that's sharp money, man, and I love beating the sharps. I really do. So he tailed us there on that one, and then he parlayed, and I'm assuming that I think he parlayed the Orlando team total under. With the Navy first quarter, I think is the way that he had that set up there, and that was a push. Navy was laying 7. It was 14-7 after 1 quarter, so we get a solo victory there. And then he also had the Knicks first quarter under 25 points. That paid off. The way I figured, Steven Tejada went 3-0 plus 300 on the day. Nicely done, sir. Barry Block, named after my favorite character on TV right now, said best of luck to you. Of course, as always, said he's following and tailing your picks. So let's get that bankroll up tonight. All right, Barry. Well, I hope you put a bunch of money down because it was a bankroll. It was a bankroll maker tonight, brother. So Barry goes 3-0 plus 300. Nice job, Barry. Derek Saunders. He said he likes the picks today, and he played a parlay with the Devils. I think he played it with the Devils and the Yukon Navy over, and then played San Antonio team total and the Jets money line by themselves. So the way I figure that is 2-0 straight, 0-1 parlay plus 137 on the day for Derek. Darwin Tengo. Darwin checked in with some picks. He pushed on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Had a couple of other picks that it was close on, but didn't quite get home. But Darwin, we appreciate you sharing your picks, man, and best of luck in the future. Please stop by and share your picks whenever you like. It's good to hear from you. Here's an exciting piece of news for you old timers out there. The one, the only Hammered Hank is back, baby. It's really weird. You talk to these guys every day, and then all of a sudden they're just gone, and you wonder where they went. And sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. Hammered Hank is back. It's good to have Hammered Hank, man. He has been with us, I don't know, since the very beginning, but he has been with us a damn long time. I know he's been with us since 2018 for sure at some point. So, Hank, good to have you, brother. Don't forget to put those picks in there, man. Let's see how you're doing, baby. Carlos Jones. Carlos, he had the Lakers and the Mavs over. That was a good hit there. Missed out on a couple of other ones. Robert McCary did a little live betting, which is pretty much how a lot of us pay our bills around these parts. But Robert did well. He he took the Lakers money line at halftime. He got it at plus 220. They were down 10 at the half. He took the Lakers on the money line in the third quarter, laying 150. Got home. The only one he missed, the Warriors plus 6.5. He had Navy over, and he had a prop bet, a three-pointer made between the 10 and 12 minute mark in the third quarter. Now, Robert didn't put what game it was, so I'm assuming I had it narrowed it down to the Lakers or the Warriors game. So I looked up both of them, and they both had a three-pointer in the last 2 minutes. I don't know what it paid. We're going to call it plus 100 because, that's the way it rolls. So by my take, Robert went 4-1 on the day, plus 410. Nicely done, my friend. So our Pawns and Cappers are today is the one, the only Ninja. He goes 1-0 plus 100. And then we have Derek Saunders going 2-0 straight, 0-1 parlay plus 137 in that one. Barry Block 3-0 plus 300. Steven Tejada 3-0 plus 300. And kind of one of our newer guys. Good to see some fresh blood in there. Nothing against you oldsters, but it's nice to see some getting cages rattled by the new guys. So it's Robert McCary going 4-1 plus 410 on the day. Robert, my friend, congratulations, you are our capper of the day. Well done, sir. Robert, if you so choose, you do have the honor as capper of the day of giving us your play of the day. It happens to be in the NFL on Sunday. So if you have any, if you want to share your favorite NFL pick with us, we would be happy to put that up there. Make sure that information gets out to everybody. Just throw that up in the comment section on today's video. All right. To the rest of you guys, nice job. Way to make a little money. I know a lot of them. A lot of you guys got close, didn't quite get home. NBA is still kind of sorting itself out, so that's going to get better, guys. It's going to be there, so don't sweat it. And you know what? We'll have some fun. This is money day right here, baby. This is college football. Let's go make that money. Let's get that cheddar. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, no matter what happens, you know what? We'll meet back here same time tomorrow. We'll do what we always do. We'll bitch about our bad beats. Sure, we'll have a couple of them. We'll brag about our fat stacks. At least somebody will have a fat stack. And then it'll be Sunday. It's NFL. You know what we do, man. We are all degens at heart. We're going to jump in there. We'll fire it up, and we'll do it all again. All right? You guys take care. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Good luck on all your plays, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.